Hi, my name is Rachel Kelley. The article that I chose is titled "A Record-Breaking 1.6 Million People Are Now Mired in U.S. Immigration Court Backlogs." The article was written by Jasmine Aguilera and it was published by Time on January 20th, 2022. The article details the ever-growing backlog of immigration court cases and provides information about the policy solutions that the Department of Justice for the United States has attempted to implement to remedy the issue. According to new data that tracks cases up to December 2021, there are 1.6 million people who are stuck waiting for their immigration court proceedings to occur. And those with open cases have to wait an average of 58 months or roughly 5 years. This problem has been evident for over a decade, with the numbers only continuing to rise during Obama and Trump's administrations, both of whom's tenure as president included mass deportation efforts. For context, the number of people claiming asylum has increased by nearly 2,000% between 2008 and 2018. One policy solution provided by the Department of Homeland Security included changing priorities of arrests to only actively pursue immigrants who pose a threat to our national security, public safety, and border security. It's important to note that fewer than 1% of new cases beginning in October 2021 involved alleged illegal activity. These new priorities were not implemented until the end of November of last year. Between the announcement and the implementation of these new priorities, there was an extraordinary spike in new arrests. The number of cases increased by 140,000. This uptick in cases is attributed to the arresting agencies such as Department of Homeland Security, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, and Customs and Border Protections. Another policy solution proposed and then imposed is the implementation of accelerated docket procedures. There are certain qualifiers that allow for specific cases to be eligible for accelerated proceedings, and both the Department of Homeland Security and the Executive Office for Immigration Review promise to provide information services to help families understand the immigration system and refer families to pro bono legal service providers for possible representation. Denver is one of the 10 cities that the EOIR has determined as having an already established community of legal service providers and available judges to handle cases at an accelerated pace. Accelerated dockets have been attempted in the past and have proven to not only not make a dent in the number of cases in proportion to the number of new cases being added, but also it assumes that the locations in which these accelerated dockets have been put in place have the capacity to do things at a faster pace to begin with. The article ends with a section titled "The Fundamental Rethinking of the System" and describes the need for deep systematic change to address the issue. While the few policies that were implemented to address this backlog are better than nothing, in my opinion, it has been established for over a decade these two options do not adequately provide a solution to the issue. I wholeheartedly disagree with the use of CBP and ICE to arrest immigrants and the detainment of otherwise lawful immigrants. So on principle, I do not agree with the policy solution provided, detailing that DHS entities change who they target to arrest. In contrast, the accelerated dockets policy solution discusses more tangible avenues for immigrants to be treated fairly in court proceedings with a full understanding of how immigration proceedings work in the US. Theoretically, this policy solution sounds like something I would support, but it is evident that there is a lack of oversight to ensure that court proceedings are accelerated, that there is a capacity for legal services in the 10 cities that the EOIR identified, and that each person who is facing a court proceeding understands the processes and has adequate representation. Further, there does not appear to be any accountability or consequence if the Department of Justice or DHS does not follow through on their promises. I would need a breakdown of what oversight and accountability looks like for this policy solution to be able to truly support it. The questions that I pose to the class are, based on the information from this article, is there a policy solution that the US has utilized for immigration court proceedings that you agree with and why? And if not, what could be some policy changes to immigration proceedings that encourage just immigration reform? Thank you.